Good evening. Welcome to the Dugout. Today is the start of Asia Cup, and with that comes to an end a long season of dry spell that we all had to endure with no cricket around. Even though India play their first game tomorrow, the tournament still kick-starts with Hong Kong and Afghanistan playing the tournament opener. This, I believe, is going to be played in Abu Dhabi.
The skipper Rashid Khan was not very happy with that. He made it clear in the press conference.
Did he? What did he say?
Because they're playing their matches.
Because he was in Dubai today.
Yes, they're in Dubai today. They were there for the press conference, and he's like, in a few hours' time, we have to be playing in Abu Dhabi, so it's hardly ideal. It's like 3 hours of travel, right? So, keeping everything in mind, he was not very happy.
No, 3 hours. I mean, they've got, if you get traffic, but otherwise they've got these freeways, these, super highways where you can zip. But sometimes Dubai traffic can be quite painful. So to get out of Dubai gets tough. 2 hours.
Speaking of experience, or you've been tracking the traffic of late?
No. Experience.
Okay.
You can track. I don't know how it is going to be at this moment.
You could be preparing as well, no?
No, not yet. I'm here with you guys. So, but I mean, it's not ideal. But then again, you could still say that you're effectively. It's like even in Bombay, and the game is in Navi Mumbai. You're still staying in town side, and you're getting to Navi Mumbai where that DY Patil is. Still takes you a good 2.5 hours from town to get there. So it's in effect 3 different places, but you could say that it's one city. Only this that you are very far up. I remember this one time I was covering the Champions Trophy that happened in India, 2006, wasn't it? 6 or 8? Oh, 6, I think. 6 that happened in India, and I was in Jaipur, and there was a West Indies press conference. All teams were there, and that press conference got delayed by close to 2 hours. Supposing it was supposed to be at, let's say, 1 in the afternoon, it happened at 3 or whatever. And so the media manager was a good friend of mine. His name was coincidentally Imran Khan, West Indian media manager. Poor guy is no more. But he came in and he apologized. He said, really sorry, we're 2 hours late. That's because they've given us a hotel in a different city altogether. But basically it wasn't that. They had a very fancy hotel near Amer Fort, which is at the start of Jaipur.
Yeah. That's far.
So from there he had to get to Savai Man Singh with the stadium. So it's like it was never-ending journey that we've had.
Amer Fort is right at the entry. Savai Man Singh is the heart of the city.
Correct. Yeah. So I mean, in that sense, but not ideal. And Afghanistan just played on Sunday. Remember, they played that final finishes, and then here you are on a Tuesday. You're playing another encounter. That was in Sharjah. He did the press conference in Dubai and now playing in Abu Dhabi. Not ideal, but whatever. The bright thing for them is, or the upside for them is that they're still playing a relatively weaker opposition. So, not to stress about too much. But India, of course, start their campaign with their first game against UAE, which have now had a couple of lung openers in that tri series. So they've gotten they're anyway used to the conditions. They are the hosts, but then they've also had a few games to warm up for this, whereas India will go cold into this tournament. What we're going to be doing today is, of course, picking our 11s, which we think are the best 11s. And maybe at the end of it, we'll try and predict the 11 that India will play. There are enough indications as to what India would be doing. So I don't think it'll be very tough to predict what is the 11 that India will be doing. What we're going to be doing is picking our first choice 11. And that's what we're going to be trying and doing. But before that, there was a captain's press meet. What was happening there?
Yeah. A lot happened there, in fact. A lot, I would say. I would say what was meant to be a day of pictures, banter, some questions as well, ended up being a distasteful sort of a day eventually, if you go by what the internet is suggesting at the moment.
Why? What is because from the pictures that I've seen, it seemed to be as cordial as possible.
Yes, all things considered.
There is a moment where Mohsin Naqvi is shaking Suryakumar Yadav's hand, but that's also protocol. He is the Asian Cricket Council chairman, and he's there at the inauguration. That's what supposed to be. There is also a moment towards the end of the press conference, which was earlier. There were reports that Indian Pakistani captains didn't shake hands, but then the pictures that came out that they did. actually off the stage.
Yeah.
And then again, what is a Suryakumar Yadav supposed to do when all captains are shaking each other's hand? He's supposed to do it. So I thought it was done in the best possible way. As to what else could you do? If supposing you refused a handshake, that would be a bigger controversy.
Correct.
Right. And you didn't even go like all gung-ho, like being friendly,
Hey mate,
chatting,
how you been?
Yeah, talking about each other's family or joking or food. That also didn't happen.
See, it won't be like
It was
what we
just
saw
a
last time.
protocol sort of a handshake, which you're supposed to do as captain, and I think that's the only thing that happened. So I thought it was as uneventful as possible, but Harshit suggests otherwise. He says social media is
Absolutely blown up.
what is the issue?
There's Suryakumar Yadav and the word anti-national being used in the same breath. But
what is Suryakumar Yadav supposed
he's being likened to a clown. It's just very distasteful. Also because people are not happy on two counts. People are not happy with, firstly, the handshake that he offered to the ACC president, also who happens to
he
be...
didn't offer it.
It was just part... it's the same thing. But he's also... for the unversed, he's the interior minister of Pakistan as well. And we know the comments that came from him during the Operation Sindoor. But see, everything's moved forward, but for some, they're still
I'm
sort of
saying even
stuck.
if it's not moved forward, let's say it's not. Let's say, I am not for once telling everyone that forget what had happened, move forward. No, absolutely not. If there was an issue, then you shouldn't have played the match, and we've said it previously as well. But now that the government and the BCCI has asked the team to go and play a match, what is Suryakumar Yadav supposed to do? He is the president of the Asian Cricket Council, and he's now shaking hands with every captain. What is Sky supposed to do? So to blame a Suryakumar Yadav, I think that's quite childish.
Exactly my point. And like I said, the most distasteful part about all of this is words like Deshdrohi, anti-national. There are pictures of a clown being just juxtaposed on his face. So all of that has been happening, and I find it very distasteful. He's just doing what any employee would be doing. He's an employee. I look at him as no flag bearer of patriotism over there or anything like that. He's not there to prove.
He is patriotic.
That's what I'm saying. He is not out there. He is not out there to prove his patriotism to anyone.
My point is that if, let's say, he had to shake hands because
he's following the protocol,
that in no way takes away from his patriotism.
Absolutely.
I can be a patriot.
Absolutely. 100%. And what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do if you're in that situation? This is just basic exchange of pleasantries, and that's it. And that's what you expect. Basic, genuine, gentlemanly behavior. You call it the gentleman's sport, right? Yeah. And this is the least. I do firmly believe, as was the case in the last Asia Cup, where there was a pair of shoes that was gifted. There was checks on Virat Kohli being done with regards to his form. All of those niceties were there between India-Pakistan team members. But none of that is going to happen this time, I feel. That is one thing we can say for sure. However, this is just pushing it. You have to be okay with a handshake that will come at the 14th of on the 14th of September as well. There will be a handshake prior to the start of the match, during the toss, after the match as well. That handshake will happen. So you better be used to it and not make a huge thing out of it. That's actually making a mountain out of a molehill.
Then don't play the match.
Yeah, like
you don't want that.
But again, see, the thing is, who are the ones who are making the noise? They're the loud minority, right? It's always been that way. When I say minority, I mean there are the people who are opposing the match from the start. All I'll say is, if you're talking about boycotts, even now we're like 5 days away from the game, I'd like to see what the ratings suggest. I'd like to see how many people actually vote with their remote controls or vote with their lack of hashtags. How many people are not going to watch the match? I mean, look, at a personal level, you can say that, okay, fine, I may not want to be playing this match, but if you're Sky at that point in time, there's nothing else you can do. He's there doing a job. He's there representing the Indian cricket team. He's not going to be rude. In fact, as you say, if he didn't shake his hand, it would probably be a bigger issue.
I'll tell you a bit of this hypocrisy, you're right, and maybe the real test will be how many people don't watch it, and the ratings will suggest that, right? I just did an interview with the sports editor of Khalij Time, Rituraj, right? So he was there at the press conference, and then he did mention as to what things he saw. That apart, I just genuinely asked him that, we're also hearing reports that tickets are easily available and they're not being sold and people won't come to. He said no, that's not the case. We don't know the actual numbers because Emirates Cricket Board doesn't really reveal the numbers at the moment. You'll know on the day only as to how many people turn up. But he gave a very interesting story which has happened to him, in which he says that there were a few colleagues, like, so if you're working in the UAE, you have Indian colleagues, Pakistani colleagues, it's a mixed sort of an office. So very interesting story. He said his wife who watches a lot of Pakistani dramas, which are very popular in India as well.
Yeah.
So they got banned in India, and I know a lot of people who used to watch it, but they could not. It's banned, but it's available in the UAE. So she would be watching that, and then she had a lot of friends and relatives who actually ticked her off, saying that why are you watching this? You should not be watching it. And maybe she did a double check and thought that maybe she was wrong, not to be watching. Cut to now, the match, those same people are calling her up and saying, because her husband works in sport, asking her, can we arrange for an India-Pakistan match? Now, and this is a personal example. It's not even, so the same people who were treating others as anti-national if they were watching the Pakistani dramas are saying, then I have no issues with them not watching it. They're boycotting those dramas and telling their friends also, fine, that's absolutely fine. But they themselves then on the match day should say, no chance, I'm not going to watch it.
Be consistent.
To add to that, while of course we'll get the answers come the 14th of September, but I've heard that even corporate boxes are sold out for that match. Yeah.
Big shock horror. Huh?
And you know this, and again, going back from the feedback from that interview, because he's there, he said that, let's say in terms of general interest, there are journalists who have come, so that he's kind of gauging the interest there. He stays there, works there, of course he'll go and cover, and he works for a paper which is in that sense neutral, which has to cover, which caters to both Indian and Pakistani audiences. But he said a number of journalists that are there, maximum are from India. And he said, dare I say, even second spot will even go to Bangladesh. There are very few from Pakistan. So overwhelming majority from India, followed by maybe Bangladesh. He doesn't know exact numbers. And then Pakistan, he said, just a handful have turned up to cover. So clearly there is that interest. And if you're saying corporate boxes have been sold, I can't imagine how many corporate boxes will get sold from Pakistan. No disrespect at all. It beats being sold from India and I'm guessing from UAE as well.
Obviously.
Businessmen who stay there, who are of Indian or Pakistani origin and enjoy a game of cricket between the two countries. I think they would be. So as things stand, majority people will turn up, but I guess the real test will be the ratings. That said, what happens to the Indian team? I believe before we make our 11, the big question is circling around Sanju Samson, and that question was asked to the captain in Suryakumar Yadav.
His answer was a very non-answer sort of a thing.
Non-answer.
Because he said we'll take good care of.
We are taking good care.
We are taking good care of Sanju. Don't worry. We shall make the right decision. Now that can mean a lot of things. That can mean a lot of things.
I don't know. To me, it only means one thing. See, it doesn't literally mean that taking good care of him as in giving him a good hotel bed and food to eat. That goes without saying. That is a given. Any player who's part of the Indian squad is being taken care of in terms of his stay, his food, where he is, his transport, everything is looked after. Now obviously if he's saying we'll take good care of him, I would imagine it can only be about giving him a fair chance to play in the 11. I don't know. What else could it mean?
Or we're giving him good mental health care because he's once again been dropped for no fault of his own.
So you're saying that we're looking after him, saying that we've told him you're not playing, but so that he doesn't go through a bad phase mentally, we'll try and...
Yeah, I think. Because
you think that's what he's saying?
I think. Because again, he's saying we shall make the right decision. Does the wrong decision ever include dropping your vice captain? I don't think so. That's the really unfortunate thing.
To me, if I'm looking at it positively, he could be saying, don't worry, I know there are reports that Sanju won't play, but don't worry, we'll look after him and we will make the right decision of playing him
on the day.
That's what. There's many ways of reading it. So that's why I said it's a non-answer. He's kept everything open.
But I already see, the moment that question was asked, you knew that you were not going to get a straight answer.
Yeah, I can't tell you the 11.
In fact, he said, sir, मैं आपको message कर दूंगा playing 11. I think it was
he was making
he choked, like it was the Rohit Sharma kind of humor coming from Suryakumar Yadav. Sir, मैं आपको 11 भेज दूंगा, but we are taking really good care of him. Is what followed. I think it was the same question.
Yeah, it was the same question.
Yeah.
So he was in a fun mood, Sky.
Yeah.
So someone asked him, he's like, sir, what kind of cricket are you going to play? It's been working really well for you in bilateral. He's saying, तो उंगली क्यों करना है फिर? His exact answer.
हाँ,
Like
if
it's working well,
हाँ.
then क्यों? Why should we try anything different?
Well, but you're speaking of right decisions, but the right decision may actually go against the whole phrase that you use, because you are actually doing the little bit of ungli you're talking about in your top 3.
You did that already by naming your squad. Let's be fine.
So no matter how much you try and say, okay, we try and do the same thing, you have actually gone ahead and changed the script a bit.
But that's why I say, even though I also said it on this platform, that maybe the team that you looked at and the kind of players that you've left out in Shreyas Iyer as well as a Yashasvi Jaiswal, both very unfortunate to be been left out. And then when Gill made it, I also agreed with it that it did seem a bit awkward. It did seem a bit odd. But now I think, now in hindsight, with the pitches that I've seen in Sharjah, I don't know how you're going to get in Dubai, and that's another interesting input that we're getting, that you might get grassy pitches in Dubai. That's interesting. So I mean, if it is not going to be as high scoring T20 games as we saw in India, and that is, you know, what Sky was referring to when he was asking ungli kyun karna hai, if it's working well in bilateral. But that approach worked when you got absolute true pitches both in India and South Africa. I mean, those were fantastic pitches to bat on, to get about 250 runs. If you're going to get an exact opposite of it, it's going to be sluggish pitches where stroke making is not easy, then I guess that Shubman Gill will have a role to play, and I think he could then be a very important cog in India's wheel. So that's one way. And then the second is, and I'm just being fair to Shubman, is that if, let's say, you were encountering real flat good batting pitches, what is to say that Shubman Gill does not buy into the plan of the Indian team of being aggressive? It's not to say that he can't bat like that.
No, we've seen him bat for GT.
Yes.
And Ahmedabad is one of the flattest pitches in the country.
Yeah, so maybe he's told that, listen, see, again, for GT, maybe he bats like that because he knows that the top 3 is the core. If they do it, then they win. Otherwise, no chance. Maybe if the Indian team has a hard, or Suryakumar Yadav, in which case is the captain, does, and he's tried to convince the rest of the team to bat like that, and he's mentioned that. If he has a talk with Gill and see, listen, here, it doesn't matter if you get out as well. You're one of the 6 good batters or 7 good batters that we have who can do the job for us. If it's not you today, somebody else will step up. If not him, somebody else. You go all out and express yourself. If you give him that freedom, maybe then he can play without worrying about, oh, do I have to be there till the 15th over? I mean, you could see a different version of Gill.
Yeah,
I think
we've gone over this a few times, but see, you're again trying to instill that into a player. The players who are on the bench didn't need this whole instilling otherwise. They had already bought into it. So you're just trying to find ways, conjure up stories, conjure up theories.
Captain.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, now that we've...
birthday also yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, I wish him all the very best. And
Yesterday or
yesterday,
today,
yeah.
no, it is.
Yesterday it was his birthday.
Yesterday. Did you wish him on social media?
No, I don't want any goodies yet.
Passes or...
Corporate box.
that you won't get. That
was never up. That was never up in that whole campaign. Otherwise, that would have gotten my fancy.
Okay, let's dive in to making a 11. By the way, what do you before make a 11, because it's going to be important when you make a 11. What do you make of these reports of a lot of grass in Dubai, and remember it's going to be played at night, most games. There'll be a bit of dew, there's a lot of heat. You know, who knows? The same Dubai where you were playing 4 spinners in the Champions Trophy could be the Dubai where it's the fast bowlers that actually step up for you and do the trick. So yeah, is that going to be something that you'll keep in mind when you're making your ideal 11 grassy pitch? Or you think no, it's a bit of a smoke screen?
No, I'd say wait and watch. So I'm making my best 11 basis what knowledge we have of how, you know, the Middle Eastern pitches work. And then if things change, I think India have enough options in the squad that they can make one change here or there and it can get better. So I'm going with conventional wisdom as things stand.
Mm-hmm.
See, also it's how, while we've heard that there's some sort of grass left on it, it's grassy, is what we were told by Mone Mokel yesterday. But is that dry grass? Is that, very good green grass as well. You don't know these nuances yet, these details yet.
No, I believe it's fresh, good grass that's been.
Yeah, because if it's the kind of dry grass that you left on the 19th of November, then you will be tempted at going with two specialist spinners. Exactly what you had done in the Champions Trophy, and it reaped fruit for you as well. So maybe tomorrow is a good time to have a look at how Dubai sort of, how the Dubai surface turns out to be. But I think looking at reports, the time of the year, and going by previous competitions that we've seen at this point, I think you're starting with two out and out pacers with a Hardik Pandya as the third.
Okay, let's get down. Let's start with Shane. Let's be kind to him.
We were yesterday,
That's right.
but he can today as well.
And our producer Pavan has been, he's put his foot down saying, no way you're not going to have Abhishek, because he's put Abhishek for all three of us already.
Oh, why did he not put Gill then?
I don't know, you must ask him. But anyway, he's left it open. Since this is this is your ideal 11.
Yeah.
No matter what you're hearing in terms of, no matter, as you just said, that there's a good chance Sanju Samson does not play and you're convinced with that. But if you want to play him, it's Shane's 11.
Yeah. In my 11, he's there.
You're Gautam Gambhir, he's Ajit Agarkar, I am Suryakumar Yadav. Three decision maker.
Three decision makers. Fine, I will pick Sanju as my second opener.
It's your team. It's your
team. In my
Towards the end of our teams, we'll do a predicted 11.
Combined, whatever we want to call it.
Yeah.
So Samson definitely plays for me.
As an opener.
Yes, as my opener and my wicket-keeper bat.
Ooh, you want to leave a Gill out?
Yes, I will leave a Gill out. I'm a big fan of Gill, but I will still leave him out.
Oh,
On my
ex-KKR.
Yeah, but I mean, Sanju is... You can't drop the man.
Yes, Sanju could be future KKR.
Valid,
He's looking at the future.
Valid.
Okay, fair point.
Number 3 then obviously is Tilak. Again, I find he's undroppable. Can't be dropping him. So Tilak is a very easy choice there.
Okay.
Thereafter, I think, this is where things get a little tricky, because you could have, let's say, let's go for the bowlers first before we come back to the batters.
Okay.
Bumrah is already named.
That
Goes without saying. Your second pacer would be, for me, Arshdeep Singh. You need a left arm option, someone with a new ball. Very obvious.
just to let everyone know, while I agree with you, probably I'd also go the same way. There is a lot of talk about Harshit Rana. I tell you why, primarily because of his batting. And now this team likes multi-skilled players. We've seen it in Test match cricket. And Morne Morkel, in that press conference that he did yesterday, kind of hinted at that we prefer players with another skill.
And I always tell players that you must keep enhancing.
I heard that.
So that's why his name is coming. Because on the face of it, if I say Harshit over Arshdeep, and you'd be like, what are you talking?
See, in certain conditions, I might go for that purely on bowling. If it's a deck that supports, let's say, a hit the deck kind of a bowler, or if you need someone if you want third pacer, then Harshit for sure. And I am saying this is a KKR fan, by the way. Arshdeep has to be playing. That's mine. The spinner, again, this is close, but I'd still go for Varun over Kuldeep. Mainly the match fitness thing. Kuldeep hasn't played a while, if memory serves me right.
Yeah, but neither has Varun.
Varun was still playing TNPL and everything.
Yeah, sure.
He's playing.
Sure, but
Kuldeep, I think, has been in and out, and I'll start with Varun. It's very close. I was like 51-49 because I'm a massive Kuldeep Yadav fan, but I'll just go with Varun. It's like very slight this thing.
Okay.
Number 8 then would be Akshar. Akshar Patel has to start.
okay.
Number 7 would be Rinku. Yeah, that would be this thing. I'm still trying to figure out who my 5 is. Am I missing someone? Am I missing a very obvious name?
Yeah, there is Shivam Dubey.
Yeah, Dubey could be there, but again, we were doing this thing. Let me do the math.
You could be missing Shreyas Iyer, but he's not available.
No, Shreyas is not there in this thing. No.
Yeah.
No, not him. So you've got Sanju there, you've got Sky, you've got Hardik. I'm missing one right-hander. One right-hand option. Can you show me the squad? Because it's just not coming to mind.
Or what you
these
could
are
do.
11. I'll tell you the squad.
Yeah.
These are 11. You've
They're
got
10.
Shivam.
Ten.
These are 10. You've got Shivam Dubey. You've got a Harshit Rana. You've got a Kuldeep Yadav. That is 13. Then you have a Sanju.
No, Gill. You've got a
Sorry,
Gill.
Jitesh.
Jitesh. Yeah, but
you've got Jitesh. No, I'm just telling you all your 15. So in terms of your option, you just left with the. This is it.
No, then Dubey has to go. Then it's Dubey.
Yeah.
Dubey, okay.
Then it's Dubey. Because there's no other realistic option I see over there. Yeah, Dubey. Dubey is my number 5.
Number 5 then Dubey,
Yeah,
okay.
it's Dubey. That's your 11. I think this is a very you named me Gambhir here. This is a very Gambhir like kind of a playing 11. There's a lot of bits and pieces bowlers.
I think in your team, you could do that. Yeah, I mean Hardik could also be 5 and
yeah, it depends on who plays where. These numbers are fairly irrelevant.
Also,
they mostly play right,
this
left,
is like
left.
perfect left-right that I see here.
Yeah, that was the main thing I was going for.
Yeah.
There's 4 left-handers, 4 right-handers. So you've got 8 top order that can bat anywhere.
So who are the 4 that are left out?
So there's Gill left out, there is Kuldeep left out, Harshit Rana is left out, and Jitesh is left out.
Yeah.
These are the 4.
Okay.
You want to go next?
Interesting team. That's it. No, go for it.
Okay, in my case, I think there's only going to be one change. Otherwise, most players, I'm also sticking with that Shane has picked. So, and that one name isn't that of Shubman Gill. So, Shubman Gill, even I'm keeping out. I'm also opening with Sanju Samson.
You're keeping Shubman out of the 11.
I am keeping
your
Sanju.
ideal 11.
Yeah, this
By
is
the way,
why
just repeating, we all know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we do a predicted 11, there's 100% chance of Gill playing. That is definitely. But this is
Again, and I'm applying the same logic. You don't make the 11 because you're the captain, vice captain. You make the 11 if you're worthy of being in the 11. So by that logic, Sanju Samson deserves to be in the 11 and he doesn't deserve to be on the bench for everything that you've asked him to do. 2 years back, finisher, now opener, gave you 3 centuries, got a much better strike rate as an opener. So I'm going with him. The one change that I will have, and I pretty much like the batting order that Shane's also gone with. Dubey, I must say, been reading about a bit on what he's doing in the nets. It does look like you could see him be that bowler besides Abhishek who can give you an over at best 2, because he has been practicing. He practiced on the first day the team arrived, the first practice session. Then he practiced on Monday as well. So there is a close eye being kept on it. And for somebody who didn't impress in the IPL, for the fact that and wasn't there in the Champions Trophy, the fact that he's back tells me that you were always looking at Shivam Dube. You didn't just want to push him out of the 11. So I think he will have a role to play over here. Just that instead of Varun Chakravarti, I'm going with Kuldeep Yadav.
Fair, that's fair.
Yeah, and I think, yes, as much as I'd like to play the both of them, but this is not 50 over and it is perhaps mandated now, or this is exactly what you're picking up from the way that this team is playing Test cricket also, that you want some sort of batting at 8 and no other, like no better guy to have a Rinku or an Aksar depending on the situation, because Aksar can still be that floater as you saw in the T20 World Cup. So I think this gives me 2 good fast bowling options. Hardik is my 3rd. I get Aksar, and then there's Grass, there is Dew, all of those things if we are considering. I think if I need an over, I can turn to Abhishek or the WWs of Shivam Dube. That makes my 11 then.
Okay, so Harshit, Shane, identical 11s barring one change. Kuldeep for Harshit and Varun for Shane, and it's interchangeable, both like the other. So, it's not too much of a difference. I could say it's pretty much the same 11. Okay, mine's going to be quite different. So I've got Abhishek as my opener alongside Shubman Gill. I'm going to have Gill as my opener there. And I'm being realistic because now he's in the team, and so if he had not been in the squad, that's a different thing. But once he's in the squad, then he makes my
And
11.
Captain, no less.
Yes, he's VC as well. I am going at number 3 with Tilak. So Tilak comes in at number 3 for me. I'm going at 5 with Sanju Samson. And he's my
middle order.
Keeper. Yeah, he was auditioning in the.
But that audition didn't go well.
Didn't go well. That's fine. But if you ask Sanju Samson today,
of course,
you want
play or not play?
of course,
he'll say,
Of
"Play me at
course.
number 10," but I'm playing. Again, I know this is not going to happen. Again, as I said, this is my ideal 11, the 11 that I would like to see. And the reason I'll pick Sanju over Jitesh, who's also had a good IPL, is the fact that he was part of your team, right? And he was in the time that he played recently in T20 cricket, he's done the job for you.
Yeah.
He was doing it as an opener. Now you've got a Gill, so he will open. And Tilak also is someone you can push a little lower down the order. He's done that for Mumbai. But I think more than Tilak, it's Sanju who I think can adapt. I think he can get you runs. And I'm just looking at a few other teams that are now picking their best batters rather than being fussed about position. I gave an example of Pakistan the other day. They're 5-6 on the top order are all openers or number 3 batters. But they've said, no, we'll go with better batters. Let them bat at different position. And they've gone with it. And I also prefer, in terms of form, and I don't have either Dubey or Rinku in my team because in terms of form, they've had a bit of a slide. Whereas Sanju has done rather well. So just because I can't find a slot for him in the top order, I'm not going to put him out. And I think, yes, you will talk about finishers and this is a specialist job. But I guess, a good batter is a good batter. And Sanju can bat aggressively. I'm sure he can do a job lower down the order as well. And he can get you those, big sixes and that impetus that you need. So I'm going Sanju 5. Then I've got Hardik at 6. Then I will have Akshar Patel at 7. So that you can fix later, Pawan, the later bit. Otherwise, it'll keep going down. Then it is interesting. I've got Kuldeep Yadav at 8.
Ooh.
Okay. I have got Arshdeep Singh at 9. I have got Jasprit Bumrah at number 10.
And Varun Chakravarti.
And I have Varun Chakravarti at number 8. Now, my
11.
batting, number 11 is Varun Chakravarti.
Okay.
My batting finishes at 7 effectively, but I'm ready to take that. I think if your batting is as strong as this is, Akshar Patel, who played a big role in winning you a World Cup final with the bat, if he's coming in at 7, and a Hardik Pandya, who for most teams would bat at number 4, and today any T20 team in the world would have him, is coming in at 6. A Sanju Samson, who's a certified opener who can win you games right at the top, is coming in at 5. I think this team is more than capable of chasing any total or setting any total that's impossible for a team to chase. I know this is not what the Indian team will do. A team that is so careful about even having batting till 8 in test match cricket where you least need it, will never do it in white ball where you tend to have a long batting order. They'll not do that. I know that. But then it is my team, and if I had all the powers, if I was Ajit, Gigi, Sky all rolled into one, and I had a complete veto as to what team I would pick, this was the 11 that I will start with. Yes, if I go on in the tournament and I find that no, it's really not offering spin and the dew is making it very tough for spin and fast bowlers are the way to go here, and then maybe I may be tempted to get in a Dubey, who I don't rely too much on his fast bowling, but I'm saying okay, better than a spinner. Then I might drop one between Kuldeep and Varun going forward and get a Dubey in there, and that makes my batting stronger and a seam bowling option. And Abhishek, of course, then works as my third spinner. I could do that, but as of now, I'm starting the Asia Cup with this 11. That will be my ideal 11. And I know very well, repeat, this is not the team that India will play. You let us know what your ideal 11 is.
Until then, let's go and predict what the Indian team will be doing.
Okay, let's go predict the Indian team. A prediction. I usually it's not impossible to predict the team, but you always get very close, barring a change.
One player here and there, yeah.
There. But let's start with it. Okay, Pawan has kind of put the team that he thinks will be there, but I disagree with the team that he's put because that's not going to be the team. Let's start with, and in this case now we'll have to be
on the same
page.
And now Sky, Ajit and Gigi. So this is it.
Yeah.
This is the team. Okay. And now with the kind of information that you're getting from there. So Abhishek, Gill open.
Yeah.
No debate there.
No
now
debate.
we're predicting the 11. Now Gill, anyone thinks Gill, Sanju at 3?
I don't think he's playing.
I agree with you. So based on the reports, now India has had already about 3 odd practice sessions in which he's hardly had any batting.
5 minutes.
He's given 5 minutes of batting.
No, 5 minutes of keeping only.
That too without pads, with just the gloves.
Yeah, batting. I read that he's the last one to bat. So good care. I don't know, good care, bad care, what care this is.
No, plus there has been a lot of pictures of him and Gigi having this conversation, and so I'm guessing these are the conversation where you're trying to tell him that, listen,
Condolence conversations.
yeah, we are with you. Don't lose heart.
Trying to
don't trend the hashtag.
trying to placate him.
Correct. So with all the information that's coming out of
Sanju
there-
fans are not going to like this at all.
No, we are also there. We've not.
I'm
like-
a Sanju fan. I don't like.
I'm Sanju fans joining us right now,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
those who will be listening to this.
No, but I
later
don't know
on.
what Sanju fans will make of it, because here we are backing Sanju. Because I remember there was a time a lot of people would write to me calling me a Sanju hater. So, I mean, I hope
When
they
was this?
come out of their rabbit
22,
holes wherever
3,
they are,
right?
wherever. Anyway, just that's it. So Sanju doesn't make it. Who's then the number 3 you think who's going to be there?
Tilak and Sky. That's your 3
Yeah,
and 4.
3 and 4.
I agree. It's a unanimous in predicting the team. So Tilak comes in at number 3 and Sky is at number 4.
And even this is, I think,
Interchangeable,
flexible.
yeah.
It depends on the left hand, right hand thing. We know Gigi loves that.
And we've seen that happen in the past as well.
Yeah.
The England series, you saw the
You've
two
seen
of them
it happen
shuffle.
For MI. You
Yes.
get these two play for MI.
Yes.
It really depends on who gets out. If it's the left hander, then it's Tilak. If it's the right hander, then it's Sky. It's
Yeah.
not fixed.
Number 5 then, who do you think fits in?
Hardik.
Hardik.
No, they will get another batter, I think.
Then Jitesh.
There is
I would.
Dubey as
Dubey
well.
would be
But
there.
then
Dubey
you-
would be there. Then
So he
Jitesh
can't
is-
be below Hardik.
Yeah, I think then Dubey is 5, Hardik is 6.
But
Yes.
then you'll have to make one more change and bring in a Jitesh over here.
Yeah, then Rinku
Yeah,
goes
that
up.
will happen. No, that will happen. Because you're not going to play both Varun and Kuldeep. I don't think the team
Not
is
a
doing
chance.
that.
Yeah.
So there is a Dubey at 5, Hardik at 6. Now comes Jitesh at 7.
And Akshar at 8.
And Akshar at 8. I think this is what the team is going to do. By the way, all of this is also interchangeable. As you've seen, Akshar has also gone on to bat at number 4. for India.
Yeah.
And he's very well capable of doing that even now. And they might even be doing that. So I think they will do that, where you'll have Dubey at 5, Hardik 6, Jitesh at 7, Akshar at 8. And then you'll have one spinner. Who do you think it's going to be between Varun and Kuldeep?
Varun.
I have a feeling they might go with Varun. I may play Kuldeep, that's another thing, but I think they'll go with
That's
Varun.
right.
Same. Just have
So
a
I'm predicting. My first choice would be Kuldeep, but now because I'm predicting, I think they go with Varun.
Same.
Yeah, so it'll be Arshdeep at 9, Bumrah at 10, and Varun at 11.
Yeah, let's not discount Varun, man. Hit the winning runs in the Tamil Nadu Premier League for the Dindigul Dragons.
Yeah, let's if we go by leagues, then Sanju Samson at the Kerala League was, as an opener, was blasting it.
Yeah.
But he's
And-
not going to be in the 11. So.
And we should also go for leagues. Remember, Vanindu Asaranga winning highest run getter,
Run
highest
getter.
wicket taker in the Lanka Premier League.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And now struggling to hit a bounder.
Yeah. So our choices apart, this is going to be the probable 11 that the Indian team will go with. Okay. Since all of us had Sanju, what is the disconnect between us and the team, and why is it not happening? Thoughts?
I think it's because they want to groom Shubman as an all-format captain. Is it a right decision? I don't think so, because I'm not a big fan of all-format captains. I thought we'd move past that phase. But I do see that kind of, and I remember it was, I think, Agarkar who said in the press conference that we see a lot of leadership qualities in Shubman. So as clear a hint as possible that they've already made him test captain. We don't know how much time Rohit has left in ODIs. It's a matter of time, really. I think after 2027, done dusted, if not before. So I think that's the main reason why they've included Gill. That's the
No,
main
sure,
reason.
but you could, like I made my team where I had Gill and Sanju both.
Hmm.
But yet you've completely gone, I mean, the only thing that I can think of is that nothing against Jitesh, he's had a good IPL, but just basis on one IPL. See, he got his run for India, didn't have great returns, so he went out. Now has a good IPL, he comes in. Now, if IPL was going to be the benchmark, then you might as well not even look at Abhishek, then you bring a Sai Sudarshan, who had a fantastic IPL. You've not done that, and I'm glad you've not done it, because you've not gone with just one IPL. You have had a larger look at this, that he's been doing well for India. Abhishek, we'll stick with it. I think the same yardstick then needs to be applied to Sanju. One good IPL cannot put Jitesh ahead of Sanju. Now, I think the only other logic that you can see is that the team views Sanju as a top order batter, and now they're saying, listen, top order is full. we want Tilak and we want Gill there, so no chance of you coming in there, and 4 will be Sky. So then after that middle order, no point you having. Whereas Jitesh then can do the job lower down the order, so we'll go with him. I mean, that can be the only explanation that the team comes up with. But again, I feel for someone, and this is something that all Indian teams say, but seldom do they follow up on that we want to give everyone confidence. We don't want to make them insecure by dropping them after a few games. But if you're going to do this, for a man who came into the team and after a long time was able to cement his position into that T20 team, now goes out because of other things, he's done nothing wrong himself.
Exactly.
So there won't be just him.
Unfair.
There won't be just him. I think he's only giving Yashasvi Jaiswal company in feeling that way.
Oh, of course. Yashasvi too. Again, completely agree. He was actually the first choice opener ahead of a Sanju Samson, ahead of a Shubman Gill as well.
Yes.
And ahead of an Abhishek at one point.
Yes, he was and he's again done nothing wrong. He's been outstanding. Whether it's IPL over the years, whether it is
Test cricket,
whether it's T20Is as well. And he just finds himself sitting out. So it's rather unfair, the way it is. But I guess it just is the kind of confusion that we've seen from this Indian team, which I pointed out the other day. You start the England series with Sai Sudarshan at 3, which I didn't agree with, but you started the series with him at 3 and Karun Nair at 6. Next match, you want to bring in an all-rounder, and who goes out? The number 3 goes out and number 6 goes to 3. Didn't make sense. And if he was your 3, then he should have started, Karun should have started as 3.
Exactly.
It just
it didn't add up.
He was a reserve.
He was a reserve player. So he was nowhere. And
only 2 reserves were travelling, Khalil and Rinku.
Yes. And he was, mind you, a reserve in a team that had Rohit Virat. So how did he suddenly get a place when the top order was really the one thing that changed, and changed so well over the past year that you've been watching the T20I side? It just doesn't make sense. And unfortunately, Sanju, I think, this is a personal opinion, is the easy fall guy. He's always been the easy fall guy, and he continues being the easy fall guy. It's a bit unfair, but it is what it is.
Nothing more to add.
Okay.
On that, shall we have a look at the best 11s that our dear family members would have shared with us?
Let's go. My favorite part of the show. By the way, record signings happening in SAT20. First, Markram went for 7 crore. Markram is, I think, 2 crore in IPL, is getting 7 crores there. A new record. And we thought that new record will stay for very long. It was shattered within minutes. Devil Brevis.
Mr. Baby AB himself.
Going at 8.2 CR. Indian, I'm talking about Indian rupees. So, wow. It actually felt like an IPL auction only. All IPL teams with this.
All IPL teams, all the IPL, the backroom staff people, it's the same.
The Kavya Maran, Saurav Ganguly, Fleming.
Stephen Fleming may as well count as Indian at this point in time.
Kumar Sangakkara.
Yeah.
Everyone. Okay, Vishal Panchal says, didn't join the live yesterday. Later when I checked out Dugout, was happy to see Shane back. Welcome back, Shane.
Thank you, Vishal.
Debojit Mukherjee from the US joins us. He also welcomes you. He's looking forward to F1 updates from you. Vishal Panchal says, tired of this team mentality of playing bits and pieces cricketers, not talking about Jaddu. I know. Arshdeep has to play, not Rana. They do the same in test also. Anyone disagree with what Vishal is saying? No way.
Not a chance. I do
100%.
like. Yeah, I prefer specialists as well, because I think right now we've got this weird obsession with 8 batters, which works in T20 cricket to an extent, but the fact that you see it happen in Test cricket also boggles the mind. It really boggles the mind.
Yeah.
I never understood that. Test cricket is the format of specialists. If you have an all-rounder, they should be good enough to play as a standalone batter or a standalone bowler, not someone who will give you a few overs. This isn't white ball cricket.
Raghib Aziz says, Asian Cricket Council ticket sale strategy is weird. At start, they were selling 7 match tickets for Indian rupees 33k. Now they are selling 3 match pass for 11,500 Indian rupees. So if you want a India Park tickets, then I have to buy Oman versus Part ticket also. Okay. So they're putting it as a bundle. That I know why they do it, because for those matches, nobody turns up. True. Even now, people actually end up buying tickets, but they think like 11,500 for those 3 tickets. They'll say, okay, fine, I'll just treat it as I paid it for 1 match, and they will not land up for the next. But I think that's why they do it. It happened earlier as well. I think it happened during Champions Trophy, if I'm not mistaken. They were putting these bundles out. But the fact that Raghib mentions that from a point where they were selling 7 match tickets to 33, now 3 to 11,500, but not all are India matches. So they've completely changed strategy. They knew that those 7 will be sold out instantly. Right. Duke Reacts says, for India, Sachin is GOAT test batter. MS is GOAT ODI captain. Rohit GOAT T20I captain. Virat GOAT ODI batsman. GOAT T20I batter. GOAT test captain. 3 points. Okay, he's done his own calculation. It's an interesting way of calculating Duke, but I guess it calls for a different debate. But
that's a whole different debate.
Yeah. But I think the debate will always be best test batter. So, it's a different debate. Best test captain. But I agree that what you're trying to point out, that Virat has been good at multiple counts, which is true. But, like you could look at Rohit as, let's say, best T20I captain, you give him 1 point. He could arguably be your best white ball batter as well. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people might go for him.
Three 200s in ODI cricket, that's a crazy stat.
Yeah. But again, can't argue with picking Virat as well. His
Chase
ODI,
master.
His ODI numbers also incredible. So for T20, I think it's a fantastic debate to have.
Yeah.
And I think Sachin will also come into the ODI batter debate.
He does. He has to. Has to.
Again, do it for the next big break that we get.
Which will be when, we don't know.
When?
There was some sort of haziness around when is it that we would be getting the next break and when the World Cup would start. I'm learning that the tentative dates for the World Cup next year are also out now.
Next year is going to be fun, Harshit.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Yeah. You should get bunkers made here.
Feb March.
So I'm saying from Feb March onwards to like October, November, get bunkers made here.
6th Feb to the 8th of March, something like that.
Then you've got IPL in the middle.
Exactly. You won't even get 20 days between that. You'll just get about
then
12, 13.
And then after that is the great carnival,
FIFA World Cup.
With reverse timings. Yeah, USA, Mexico.
Woohoo. Okay. Shubham Gar says, welcome back, Shane. Good to see you. KL पर हाथ थोड़ा ढीला रखना इस stint में and give correct stats.
I mostly give correct stats. So I'll keep my heart a little ढीला. And as for him, I can't really comment much on him right now. He's not in the squad here.
Okay. Duke Reacts. Nikhil, may I know what watch brand are you wearing or you like wearing? Good to see Shane R for a long time. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much. What watch? I'm wearing a Hamilton. I'm a huge Interstellar fan. So I'm wearing the watch from Interstellar. Not the one that he gives his daughter, but the one that he wears. So because of that.
Watches are a big point of talk nowadays.
Really?
So not just so Hardik Pandya was once again seen with a very rare
18 CR.
Yeah,
I saw that.
20.
Oh, it's 20.
It's an RM02. 50 exists in the world. It's a 20 crore watch he's wearing in practice.
And you can put 8 trophies out there, or you can have 8 winners out there, and even then it won't match up to the cost of this watch, because prize money for Asia Cup is 2.6 CR.
That 20 crores, by the way, would be the IPL prize money? Yeah, that's the amount. Madness.
My God. Okay. So what you can take my example. You can be a watch enthusiast without selling your. Actually, your kidneys.
No,
kidney to iPhone anyway would have
nothing.
You're left with
without splurging is my point.
Yeah.
Okay. Pranit Datta says, welcome back, Shane. I have a feeling Sanju, Jitesh, Tilak are going to play. Want Dubey to be in the side, considering he's the best player of Spain with Abhishek.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
Sanju, Jitesh, Tilak all played together. Or is he just saying that he wants them to play? In the same 11, they can't fit.
But I fit.
Not all three.
I didn't have Shivam Dubey then. Yeah. Okay. Wrist spinner Shreyans says, interesting trivia. India and Pak never met each other in any Asia Cup final. I know it's surprising, but it's true. I know this stat. How I know this is previous Asia Cups also I have repeated this stat. It is. Yes.
Wait, didn't India beat Pakistan in the 2008 Asia Cup? Was it the final? Harbhajan hit that 6?
Shoaib Akhtar.
Yes.
I don't think it was a final.
But they won the match after that? Or is my memory...
Yeah, when Shoaib was
he
like,
hit Shoaib Akhtar.
Yeah,
he
Shoaib
said.
was like, yeah.
That was in the final.
Wasn't the final?
Oh.
Okay. Then it makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Priyanshu says, welcome back, Shane. Wants to know F1, football and dance updates. Yeah,
He's being
yeah.
very cheeky.
He's already promised a dance to you
very,
guys.
very cheeky. Priyanshu.
Sanju not playing would be the next level injustice because he was openly saying Gambhir said 21 ducks allowed. Like, you know that I'll play him no matter what.
I mean, 21 ducks, never mind. We can give Sanju's chances of playing the Asia Cup the 21 gun salute. That's done.
Sarat Chandra says, Nikhil sir, now that Shane is back and you all are football fans, we would want a dugout types on football once a week. I know less viewers, but would love it. Yeah, let's try. We try and we do, may not be a dugout, but we did, like, for example, yesterday we did a live on India beating Oman and winning the bronze medal, the third place finish at the Kafa Nations Cup. We did a live.
This Sunday, there's a quote-unquote big game. Manchester Derby. Are you ready?
They used to do live.
We always do. And we'll do one this Sunday also.
There's
in
the
between
under
everything.
23 team playing today as well. They were playing very well. In fact,
The under 23 is
against
doing good.
Qatar, they lost 2-1, and that was a robbery, daylight robbery. Bad penalty and a red card given to India. Very unfair, but Qatar has a habit of doing that. Then which game was that they won? The ball had gone out.
Last year. Last year it happened.
It went out.
And
then it came
play wasn't stopped, I think.
It was a bit like that goal which took place in 2022 World Cup.
Japan,
The ball looked like it had gone out of play.
Yeah, but that
the
you
keeper,
were doing all the
keeper. That's the game I'm talking about. Yeah.
But that was not Qatar. That was Japan and someone else.
That was Japan and
Croatia? No, not Croatia. Germany.
Germany, I think. They beat them 2-1, I think.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, now Aditya Kavlekar says, will Hardik be allowed to play Asia Cup with his new hairstyle? He doesn't look Asian anymore.
Well, that's racist as well.
No, he's just cracking.
He's being tongue in cheek.
Well,
He's saying
speaking of
with his blonde hair, he's looking
blonde
like some European. Yeah.
there was a mention of, in fact, today's press conference started with the haircut mention.
Did it?
Where the moderator was like, Surya bhai, good to see you. You know, we all saw that video of your haircut. Surya's like, it wasn't pink, thank God for that.
I know. Siddharth says, this week we saw GOAT since CR, Messi, Joko still challenging limits. Age-old Virat fan in me gets sad. He didn't grind it gave up easy. Surely he gets demoted off that pedestal from those above. See, again, it's not fair to speculate as to why he may have taken a call. There could be a million reasons. I think the best person to see, again, I've said it previously here as well. I would have loved to have seen Virat, even though he was put on notice in Test match cricket. We all know that he should have said, "Fine, I'll give it my all. If you're going to be, judging me based on 2-3 Test matches in England, I'll score so many runs you won't be able to drop me." That's the Virat we all knew. But he decided not to do that. We can't speculate as to why he did it. Could have been certain reasons which you and I are not, privy to. So let's give him that benefit of the doubt. And I don't think you'll take him away from any list based on that. Okay, last 2 comments of the evening. Anshu Mishra says, Nikhil sir, for me, 4 greatest batsmen of ODI has to be Kohli, De Villiers, Sachin, Viv. I'm just 24, so haven't seen Viv, but rest 3 ABD, only player to have 50 plus average, 100 plus strike rate with 10k in ODI, SRT and Kohli good. I think you're right.
It's a good shout, very good
Yeah,
shout.
I don't
very
think-
good shout.
Yeah, it's a good list that you've made. And Vinod says, if they have Gill, Jaiswal in the mind to get back, why did they give chance to Sanju as opener? I remember KL continued to play at 5 after 2019 despite injury to Dhawan, as they were looking for Rohit and Shikhar as 2023 opener.
Yeah, I think they were little bit more consistency there, because they didn't really push KL to the top of the order until they were pretty much done with Dhawan. Until they said that Dhawan, okay, we're kind of putting him out to pasture. Then and only then did you go that route. So yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah. Okay. Final comment. Ishmeet Singh from Canada says, why Sky charge stage with Pak? Operation Sindoor is on. Shared stage with Pak. See, again, Ishmeet, we I think addressed that right at the start of the program. See, once he has been sent as the leader of the Indian team to go for a tournament, and that's not a decision he's taken. That's a decision firstly taken by the BCCI, and then more importantly taken by the government. What else can he do? He cannot refuse, I won't go to the stage, I won't shake the captain's hand at the presser or the toss. I think it's unfair we're expecting. If we have any grouse or anger, we need to direct it at the authorities
And not
that
the individual
allowed it.
players.
to happen. Just think that.
He's only following orders.
Yeah, it's only fair. Okay, on that note, thank you, ladies and gents. Once again, another edition of the Dugout comes to an end. You guys take good care of yourself. From tomorrow, our Asia Cup coverage is full on. India's game starts at 8 p.m. So we're going to be live around 7:15, and then all the way till that first ball is bowled, then mid innings and the post match, of course. So look forward to your company throughout this Asia Cup. You guys take good care of yourself, and plenty more content up on Sports Today. Do check that out.
And plenty more coming your way as well. So take good care. Good night, Nandri, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair. Eat your vegetables and don't trouble your mother. Bye bye.